Hello, good morning. So on this video, I'm going to explain briefly how we're going to go about the retyping task. So there are a couple of things that you need to have access for. So number one is the access to the material that you would like to retype. So with this, you need to access to the StudySoup website. I have, let me share this one first. Okay. So this is our worksheet. So this is where we can see our leads, what was assigned to you, and then this is where we're going to see as well which ones were done, which ones we skipped. So basically this is where we're going to work on or put update per document. So I have here leads assigned to each and every one. So there will be more leads that will be assigned later on. But the first tab is the leads tab, which as what I mentioned, it will provide you the link to the document through the website, the title of the document, and the column where you will be putting the link to the retyped document that you did, the status and the date that you completed, and notes if there are any. So let's try to do or go through the process of how we're going to retype these documents. By the way, on the second tab, I have here access. So number one, the first or the main tool that you will be using would be the website. So you could access the files that you need to retype. So let me just log out a little bit real quick. Okay. So if you're going to go or visit to the website, this is the landing page. So what you just need to do is to click on login and then enter my email and my password. Click on login. Then you will have access to the site. Now you will not see the document this way. So what you need to do is you go back to the retype and then go to the leads assigned to you. Click on the link that was provided, and this will then route you to the material that you will be retyping. So for example, for this link, we are given a calculus theme or calculus topic material. So what you have to do is, number one, evaluate if the material is something that you can right away retype. So what are the things or the materials that are ideal for retyping? Number one, if yung material are, let's say, 80 to 90% are words, then that's good for retyping. If the materials are, let's say, 60 to 70% na mga equation, medyo mahirap yun. So you have the option to skip. Our goal is to retype documents as soon as possible. So we want to prioritize those materials na mas madali siyang i-retype. So let's go back to the example. So if you can see, for this material, by the way guys, may mga times na ganito siya, diba? So you can just like rotate it whichever way is more convenient, and then zoom in or zoom out. So as you can see here on our example, most of these are formula, so medyo mahirap tong i-retype. So what I will do is I will pick equation heavy, skip, because I don't want to retype this because it will take me a long time to retype. So by the way, for the status, we have three options. Number one is retype done. This is if you're able to successfully retype the document, and this will be counted to your pay. Next is equation heavy, skip. This is when we don't want to retype this just yet because it's equation heavy. Next is that we can't retype it just yet because of other reasons aside from equation heavy. Something that would fall under other skip would be legibility ng handwriting, or like hindi ka pakipakinabang yung material, which I will discuss in a bit. So, for our first example, I chose to not retype this because it's equation heavy, so that's why I chose equation heavy. Next would be a general chemistry 1 lecture. So another thing as well, if you wanted to view the page, you can just like click on this one. The same. So this one is actually short, very short, 2 pages only, and it's not very heavy on the equation or numbers. So we can retype this kasi it's just 2 pages. So for this example, we can go ahead and retype the document. So how do we do that? Number 1 is we go to Google, and then on your own Gmail account, click on this Google app, tapos punta kayo ng Docs, and then go click on blank, and then make sure that you title the document correctly. So for this, the title should be this one. So this is where you're going to start retyping. Now, when we retype the material, what are the criteria? Number 1 is that it has to be based on, number 1, accuracy, meaning accurate dapat yung pagkaka-retype natin. Kung ano yung information from the original document, it should be mirrored to the retype document. Number 2, it should be organized and easy to the eyes, meaning madali siyang basahin, kaya nga nire-retype natin siya because we want more organization and clarity doon sa material. So, mas madali siyang maintindihan ng end user. Now, in terms of organization, it's up to you to organize the material. So, basic organization will do. You can highlight the title, you can parang underline the words. So, I have here a couple of examples. So, these are materials that were retyped before. So, as you can see, naka-highlight yung title ng class, what is the study guide about. There will be times as well na makaka-encounter kayo ng material that is a mixture of text and pictures. So, best example is this one. So, what you just have to do is to capture or do a screenshot of the picture. So, let's say, for example, I know this is not an ideal document, but let's say, for example, this is a picture that you wanted to capture or ilagay doon sa iyong retype document. A tool that you can use is snipping tool. So once you pull this up, you can just click on new, and then just create a box around the part or the picture that you want to capture. For example, ito, assuming na lang na ito. So just put a box, so new, and then capture. So ito na yung parang screenshot mo. And then on the document, you will just go Control V doon sa keyboard, and it will be pasted on the document. And then you have the option to do text wrapping, so it's more easier to move and whatnot. So that's one way that you can insert images without saving the file para hindi siya hassle. So, yun. It's, as you can see, naka-bullet, may mga pictures, it's organized, it's easy to read, it's easy to follow. Next, we have, ayun, naka-bullet din siya, naka-capitalize yung mga topic, naka-underline yung mga important info. So, these are good examples of organization. So, this one is a mixture of picture and text. So, something that I'd like to add is after you typewritten the document, be conscious of these. We don't want these on the document. So, click on this one. So, it could be like red or blue na highlight, meaning there's something wrong with either the grammar or the capitalization. So, you just have to click on this and then click on what was suggested. So, limit size, I think this is continuation. Pag ganito, make sure to spell out para hindi siya ma-misunderstood. Ayan. So, this one is good. Okay. So, ito yung mga samples ng organization and accuracy. So, let's say for example lang, assuming na lang na natapos na natin ng retype itong document. So, before that pala, I mentioned earlier na our retyping should be based on accuracy and organization. Another thing is that, yung ating i-retype is only the first 500 words of the document. If short lang yung file, like for example ito, then we have to type everything out. Kasi less than 500 words lang naman siya. But let's say for example, image heavy siya, konti lang yung text. Then, minimum of 5 pages. Kahit hindi siya umabot ng 500 words. It has to be minimum of 5 pages. Also, if text heavy, then we only need to type the first 500 words. So, how would we know na nakaka 500 words na tayo? For example, for this document, what you will do is click on Tools and then go to Word Count. It will give you the word count here and you would know, okay, 611 words na pala ito. So, you might question like, oh, why is this document more than 500? The reason is, even if yung limit is 500 words, you have to stop where it makes sense. So, for example, the 500 word for this example is, this painting possesses, ito talaga yung possesses yung 500 words. If the end user reads this, it doesn't make sense kasi it will give you like a question, anong parang continuation nito. So, to make things much understandable and mas may sense, you have to type out the rest of the sentence. So, stop where it makes sense, and that means na you may have to exceed to more than 500 words sometimes sa ibang materials. Okay. So, if let's say for example you're done with the retyping, then what you need to do is to click on share, and then don't forget to share it with my email address, which is this. So click on this one and then click here, may pop-up siya. So it will, and then click on send because it will then notify me that you have already completed a certain document or you shared a certain document to me. And then what you just need to do is to copy the link and then go back here, doon sa leads, and then paste the link doon sa column D, and then retype status is done, the date that you got it completed, which is today. Okay, so that's it. Any questions, let me know, and chika lang if you need help. Thank you.